Hi, I'm Courtney Flickinger. I'm the Communication Specialist at Direction Home Akron Canton Area Agency on Aging and Disabilities.
My name is Melanie Spence. I am in the Resource Center as an ADRC representative, the Aging and Disability Resource Center.
Melanie is joining us today so that we can walk through some of the different applications that we have. We're going to start with our Home Energy Assistance Program applications. So I'm going to have Melanie explain a little bit about that program and then walk us through the paper application.
So Home Energy Assistance, or the HEAP program, there is the summer crisis program as well as the winter crisis program. So the dates will change as to when the programs are available for people to receive the services. With the winter crisis program, that will help with any kind of energy assistance regarding gas, oil, fuel, and help with the gas and electric bills. So that runs during the winter months. They also do help with assisting individuals with getting heaters in the home. You would want to fill out the HEAP application, and you do need to gather some information in order to turn in the application. You do have to have a proof of ID, proof of your citizenship. You do have to have proof of your residency, as well as your past utility bills, and proof of income for all members of the household. So that is what they're going to be looking at when they want to see a completed HEAP application.
Let's go through the paper application.
When completing the application, you just want to make sure that you complete it thoroughly. There are different ways to show your citizenship. So you can use your birth certificate, you can use US passport. You'll have to take a look at that and see what you have. You also want to make sure that you provide proof of your residency as well as proof of income. The income does have to incorporate all family members in that are living in the household, that are residents of the home. So when you're filling out the application, you want to make sure to fill out all the information on the primary household member. That would be the head household member, as well as any members that are living in the home with an income. If there are too many individuals to fit on this form, you can print out additional pages and just include it with your application. Just make sure to include the individuals who are living in the home and receiving an income. And once you go through the application, they're just going to be asking you for your demographic stuff. So it's going to be things like name, social security number, US citizenship. They do go through some demographic things such as race and family type. So that would be what kind of household situation you have. You want to include your mailing address. If you are applying and you are a renter, you would have to include your landlord's information. So that's going to be very important for them to be able to communicate with you and the landlord. This looks so crazy because it's for all your family members. So really, once you have your initial information on this form and turn it in, it's not as overwhelming as it seems. It looks very lengthy, but it's pretty simple. You want to make sure you're going to include the income, like I said, for all members living in the household. That's very important because it does, eligibility does depend on who is living in the home and what their income is. There is a section for household deductions. Household deductions would be things such as any kind of medical prescription costs, Medicare costs that you're paying, child support that might be paid out, reimbursement for your work expenses. So you do want to make sure to include any kind of deductions you might have, because that will be taken into account for the income section, as well as the utility information. So you want to make sure to have your past utility bills as well as your account numbers that are associated with your utility account. And you want to make sure, absolutely make sure that you sign and date this application. It's going to be very important to have your signature on the application before you turn it in. Otherwise, they won't accept it. Once you have that information collected and put onto the form, that's when you're going to want to have the copies of the the ID, the residency, the utility bills, and have that all together. You can mail this in. We do have that information on our website as to where you can mail the application. Usually it is county specific according to your local community action offices. Some have drop boxes. Some you do have to have an appointment, so you do want to make sure to check with them. And then once the application is processed, you will be getting contacted to complete an appointment. Some of the agencies are doing them by phone. Some of them are actually having in-person appointments. It just all depends on the processes of the agency at this time.
And you can also call our Aging and Disability Resource Center at 877-770-5558, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And they can help direct you on how to fill out an application and what your next steps would be if you do have one filled out and are wondering where you should take it or how you should mail it.